We went 2-16-2. It took us lucky 13 to get a win. It was a gradual ascent. We went from 2 wins to 5 wins to 7 wins to 9 wins to 10 to 12. Like, we just kept going. Learning experience, humbling experience, and it's driven us. It's very beneficial. Like, most people don't have the relationship of an identical twin brother. He's got my back, I got his back, so you feel just empowered. You feel like we can take on anything, and we're doing it yourself. If he was working and was unable to help, I don't know how I would have got through it. We did live in Linfield. We were very fortunate. We moved from Lynn to Linfield. They wanted a better life for us.
The big joke is you end up turning into your parents, and there's a lot of respects to that with me as a parent. My parents did everything for us. No social life, we were their social life.
As I mentioned, I remember being right out there, crying from just falling so much. When we started playing organized hockey for Linfield, when me and Jay were out on the ice together, they called it the bomb squad. When we went out there, just things were just exploding around us.
We had the best experience here.
Being very prideful for the town, wanting to succeed for our coach. The competitive against each other, that was never really a thing with us. Playing hockey.
Especially when you're playing different positions. Goalie, defense, it's more we're working together.
Special award, the Sparks Award, that gets given out to the leader that exemplifies Linfield hockey. Jay got it when he was...
Were you jealous of me?
No!
I know you weren't. I know he wasn't.
Never. I probably got the coach's award. We never fought, fist fought, because if we knew there'd be collateral damage. My father was old school. He'd be like, he bought a set of boxing gloves and headgear and be like, go, get on the gloves.
We've had a million jobs together in our team through college. We've done every type of manual labor. Couldn't build anything, but we're really good at destroying things.
So we graduated from Linfield, played a year of juniors, and needed to, my parents, we lived in Linfield, but 4 kids, and didn't have it too well off, so we had to work full time.
So we've always worked together.
So we were coaching while we were playing at Linfield as assistants during summer camps. Then it was assistants, and we became coaches. And I've been fortunate enough to give 11, now 12 season at Linfield.
So walk me through your first year coaching at Linfield, and then
Can we not? I remember we got the job, and we were up at the lake where my family goes. It's like go every year. And I remember he got the call, and it was a joyous moment. And then we started looking through the roster, and it was just like, okay, now we're down to 15 returning points.
We've been through a lot of adversity. Fast forward to now, or even we got out of the woods of those few years, and now we've built up success. I don't know how we, let alone the kids, got through it. I knew I wanted to coach since I was a kid. Backwards down the blue, forwards to the red. The whole objective of this drill, realistically, other than agility and footwork, is we're playing defense. Our defense is sparking our offense. It's fluid. Through the blue, through the blue, through the blue.
We talk all the time. We talk too much.
We're in their face with the good and the bad.
We have the same voice.
Were they frustrated? Yes. Were they starting things, Coach? Yes. Scotty, what'd you say to the coach?
I didn't say anything to Coach.
I'm a reformed, recovering hothead. And it took everything in my power not to tell him a few choice words. But it's setting an example. It's something we've said. We don't talk to coaches, don't talk to players. Nothing! And we said things that we could do to provide CPR for them. Take penalties, run your mouth, get sloppy, check, check, check. And then John, very calmly eating blueberry yogurt, says, if you resemble that period, you're mine.
No, they didn't resemble it. They were worse.
You and Jay have been pretty solid, so keep it up. Be smart with your recovery. I don't want to lose you for an extended period. I can't. We got a non-league King Philip. Your spot's not going anywhere. So
we talk to our players about levels of I'm competitive. I'm a fierce competitor. I'm crazy. Kind of like a dress rehearsal for life, but we say ice lessons will help with life lessons. Shine it back at yourself and look inwardly. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what do I have issues? Jay makes fun of me. He lives in Peabody. I live in Boston. And if I'm driving in the car and I'm getting a little heated,
I just hang up on him now.
I have a lot of patience. I use it up every day for the past 23 years teaching special need children. And it's very rewarding, but it's hard. And I'm my worst self when I'm driving in my car. If I don't put on some nice, calm music, I'm probably gonna get into some type of like, look at this guy here. And when my wife's in the car or Jay's on the phone, he's like, will you shut up? You guys have never been more happy to hear me talk and go long-winded while you should be skating.
When I think Jon, you gotta tone it down a little bit, or like if I can tell the kids are kind of checked out, like it's time to cut a practice early, cut a meeting early.
I have no problem being the mean guy. When an opponent on Saturday, and they're gonna open their yaps at you because I know their coach. They coach Medfield. He's won a state championship. They are gonna come lock, stock, and barrel at you guys.
He already texted us. He's coming for the Pioneers.
So here's your options. When a kid from King Philip opens his mouth, looks you in the eyes, calls you a name, you're going to A, chirp back because you're not bought in, or B, have character and let your game do the talking. You obviously have to bounce it back and make fun of yourself a little bit so the guys know you're human. I can't help myself, and I'm working on it. We always tell our guys they're part of something bigger than themselves. When it comes to how you guys conduct yourselves and how you outwardly appear to the public, to the youth hockey team, to the JV team, that's all, that trumps everything. It helps to have another set of eyes because we're pretty much gonna have the same viewpoint with all our life experiences. The Gardner twins, the Norton twins, family dynamic of like oldest, youngest, you have that. I've been really interested in all that kind of stuff because we come from a big family. So it's like they kind of see how we interact, and it's like, you try and hope that rubs off, it's infectious. Having the sets of brothers is huge because they've grown up with their friends being at the house. So like, I know this guy, I've hung out with him, I've known him my whole life. With our guys, it was like, they all know it's like a revolving door in the neighborhood, and they're all friends.
Then when you're home and you have someone that's on the team, you're constantly talking about it, going over things. It's a different bond than having a sibling a year or two younger. And as far as interaction with brothers, again, they're gonna butt heads, we do too, but you gotta me and him are setting an example for the other brothers.
To give back to your community, give back to the team that, like Jay said, did so much for us. That's the main driving force.
We're not going anywhere. We're looking to do this as long as they allow us to.